so blown away by the environment, by how safe it felt, and the courage it must take for these kids to come forward and disclose the horrible things that have happened to them, and that Stuart House is built with the kids in mind first and foremost. That the people that work there are compassionate, they're skilled, they're professionals, and they are all about these kids. I feel lucky to be here with John Varvatos and here to celebrate Gail. Just the fact that you've done this for all these years and carried this on your back is amazing. And I will hand this off to Benjamin.
I'll be brief. I'm not the expert on this, but again, I want to thank John Varvatos and everyone who's come out here tonight. And because my wife 8 years ago, when she hosted an earlier incarnation of this event, said, you know, I did this most incredible thing, and I went to the most incredible place, and it changed my life. And she had tears in her eyes, and she talked about what she'd seen, both in terms of the terrible things that we can do to one another and the wonderful things that we can do to rescue and help one another. So I'm really honored to be an adjunct here tonight. You know, as you discussed, there are so many more people, children are sexually abused than we like to think. You know, I think we like to think the world is a pretty decent place, and by and large it is, but also, you know, it's a place where 1 out of every 4 girls and 1 out of every 6 boys suffer this kind of abuse, which, you know, visually speaking, if you just carved the room off from about here over to there, all those people would have suffered some kind of maltreatment, and it's really stunning. And part of what tonight is about, today, this afternoon, is about bringing these issues to light, because as Gail said again, you know, this extraordinary treatment is so important, and what's also as important, particularly in light of how we've seen institutions that are supposed to be protecting children, like the Boy Scouts or Penn State or so many other, the church, for example, and on, having failed our children. It's important that we take responsibility for being vigilant and supporting our children in our communities and supporting the organizations that are doing this work. It's all of our job to do this and to take care of our children. But we're all really lucky that we have these folks leading the way. You know, Stuart House is the foremost, I want to get this right, our country's model program for helping sexually abused children. They're right here in our own community. Every sexually abused child brought to Stuart House received absolute expert and compassionate care. And secrecy and shame around this issue only perpetuates it. Again, this is about shining a light on this issue. This is about thanking you folks who came out here to support it. Thank you, and thanks for indulging us on the stage. Thank you very much.